So yeah, this is the Oppo Reno 2. We get a leather phone case, a USB-C cable, a 20-watt fast charger, and of course, a pair of earphones. This has quad cameras. The Reno 2 has a 6.5-inch AMOLED screen with 1080p resolution. So on its bottom, you get a USB-C port, speaker grill, and yay, headphone jack. And on the top, you get this, the pivot rising structure that was in the first Reno because it's a Reno design. On the back, which is what I really find interesting, is actually this color called luminous black. So it has this striking dark blue that kind of moves around this line. I don't know if you can see it, but I really like the design. If you see it in real life, I think you'll like it too. And of course, you have a quad camera setup right here. And since there's no physical fingerprint sensor, rest assured that this has an in-display fingerprint sensor. The Reno 2 is powered by a Snapdragon 730G chipset, which supposedly boosts graphics and offer elite gaming features and also enhanced video capabilities. It has 8GB of RAM, 256GB of storage, and of course ColorOS 6 based on Android 9. Other than that, it has a 4000 mAh battery that supports VOOC Flash Charge 3.0. So moving on, we're going to talk about cameras. Obviously, this phone has a 48-megapixel camera, a 13-megapixel telephoto lens, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide lens, and a 2-megapixel depth sensor. And of course, on the front, you get a 16-megapixel selfie lens. So we're outside and we've taken some sample shots. The 48-megapixel camera obviously does as expected. The images are sharp, details are there, the colors are actually quite natural too. But for the ultra-wide camera, even though it captures a wider field of view, I noticed that the colors become slightly more artificial. And as for the telephoto lens, you get zoom-in pictures that are actually quite well. The details are kept, but then the colors are less appealing. One good news is that Oppo finally added in level of adjustment when it comes to bokeh effect. So if you think that your bokeh effect is a bit too intense, now you can actually tone it down. The bokeh effect on the rear camera is actually doing pretty well. It's quite accurate and it doesn't look artificial. But as for the front camera, it is a bit more inaccurate. But normal selfies wise, the images are sharp, the colors are pretty, there's AI beautification. I'm okay with it. So even though the Reno 2 has a 48-megapixel quad camera setup, what attracts me most is actually its video capabilities. So this phone has an ultra steady mode that can take really stabilized video. So let's check that out. So now we're testing out the 1080p with 60 frames per second, and this is the ultra steady mode. So this is how it feels like. We actually tested this out before this and I find it really steady. Surprisingly, very stabilized for a smartphone. So what do you think? So now we're testing out the ultra wide mode at 1080p with 30 frames per second because it doesn't support 60 frames per second. But my video going to say that this is like shooting with a drone. You get this wider field of view and it is still ultra steady. So yay! So the Reno 2 also has something called video dynamic zoom. This is at 1080p at 30 frames per second. I can zoom up to 20 times. So you can see really far away things, and obviously the video quality drops a little bit, but you get to zoom jodoh. So that's it for the Oppo Reno 2 video. What really attracted me is this amazing color and also its video stabilization. Really, Oppo outdid themselves this time. I'm really impressed with how stabilized the videos come out. The Oppo Reno 2 is launching on 15 October, so stay tuned to find out the pricing. And that's it for our video. Remember to subscribe to our channel KL Gadget TV, and I'll see you in the next one.